Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Tim.
And I'm Joey. So we're going to talk about our yogurt recipe today. We have a video on this where when we first started doing it, and it was so much work, and we don't do that. There's something with one of my contacts. There's like something in my eye, but I'm taking it out now. But we just don't do it that way anymore, right?
No, it's actually so easy.
Yeah.
But you've seen us use it for bowls, for dressings. Like, it's important to do this video again and show just how simple this is. But it does take a little bit of time.
Yeah, we push that recipe like we're making $1 million off it. So that's in like pancakes, it's in cookies, it's in dressings. And we have really come to look to yogurt to just protein stuff up.
Absolutely. We use it in those yogurt bowls, right? Yeah. Correct? We use it in dressings. Yeah. And on its own, it actually tastes good. Yeah. Putting it in smoothies. So it's good, really important to show this episode, I think.
Yeah, so this is now how we make it. So if you've struggled the way we did before with starters and all that stuff, bless your heart, we don't sterilize anything anymore. We don't heat them. We just don't do any of that. It's so simple.
So much simpler.
Yeah. Let's get to the recipe. We'll show you how we're doing it. All right, Tim, so we're going to show our new yogurt recipe. It's the same recipe, but we just do it a little different, right?
That's right. We've covered this before, but we just wanted to show an example of the soy milk we're using, which is unsweetened. It's plain. List of ingredients.
Yeah, why is this one so important?
Organic soy milk. That's it.
That's it.
No extra. Now, if you look at other containers, you might see other stuff, and I understand that can interfere with setting up. So remember, with these cartons, there can be some settling.
Yeah.
So give it a shake. So we've got everything from the bottom. I open this up, and then we just pour in.
In the last video we did, we sterilized the pot and brought it to temperature. We're not doing any of that, right? We're just dumping obviously we took the pot out of the dishwasher so it's clean, but we're just dumping that in. And is this one normal container or is this a large container?
Yeah, so this is a normal size, regular size, I should say. Okay. So there is a bigger one.
Right.
That's the exact measurement as well.
So this is 32 ounces, which is a quart.
Yeah, and so that one that you can buy is 64.
We're doing 2 of these, so 2 quarts.
Yeah, so measurement is easy, guys.
Okay, just pop in 2 boxes.
I mean, this just couldn't be simpler, right?
We made it really complicated last time. So last time we did this, we showed that we're using this vegan starter, right? So we had to use that because we didn't have any yogurt already.
To start with?
Yeah, so we did this, and there's another video link above where we did all this, and you can use this. We had to make it twice in order for it to work, right?
Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't always active, so it took us a few tries.
Yeah. And if I was going to do this time, I would do exactly what I'm doing here. I wouldn't worry about sterilizing any of that stuff. I would throw the milk in, throw one of these packets in, and do what we're about to do. And it's not going to make right away. The first time, it'll just look like milk. And then I would throw the second packet in and set it for another yogurt cycle, 8 to 12 hours. And then it'll
same milk, right?
Right. The same milk, right. The same milk. And then it worked. So, but once you got that, right, you'll wind up with this right here, which is called whey. And I don't know why they call it whey, because whey we know it as a milk product, right? But the protein in milk, but actually, this is whey from the last batch of yogurt, because we strained the yogurt, because we make Greek yogurt, and you'll see that we do it here, and we just save the whey.
Yeah, this is a little mason canning jar. It's glass with a plastic lid. Just leave a little room at top. Yeah. But at the end of this video, we'll show you how we capture that whey. Yes.
So that's just frozen, and we're dumping that in, and we're throwing so you're going to put something else in, right?
So I wanted to just cover this. This is a new label of a probiotic called Ruteri. So new label, it's plant-based, just to give a little bit more variety in our culture here. So I've got a little pill from there. I just kind of twist it to open it up. And then drop it in.
All right, so here you can get a little better look at what Tim's using right here. I don't think about this stuff, but he does, so that's what we're using. Now we just give it a little kind of slight mixy-mixy, right?
Yes.
All right.
So, yeah, I think it's just good to show you whatever probiotic you're using. I guess this is your batch. This is why we're doing this. So if you want the diversity, put in a good capsule of what you want.
All right, so let's take the cover on top of this. And notice this is the Instant Pot, but this is not the Instant Pot cover. This is a special glass cover you use for yogurt because we're not pressure cooking anything.
However, in the past, one time I did put the regular cover on and it worked.
Yeah, it's going to work either way, but there is no pressure cooking.
Correct.
Right? So,
yeah.
So we're going to throw that on. There is a link below this video where you can buy the cover for the Instant Pot. This one is for the Duo, the 6-quart. All right, so Tim, show us how the yogurt setting works and how you can change the time. Okay. So what do you do here?
Okay, this particular model of Instant Pot we have has an actual yogurt setting. So I'm just going to select that and leave it alone.
So if you wanted to change the time, you could do the up and down arrows,
absolutely.
Right?
So yeah, so if you wanted to go 12 up to 12 hours, 10 works for us.
All right, so we do 10?
Yeah, I'm fine not changing that.
All right, so we've got the Instant Pot set, and we're just going to leave it for 10 hours, and we'll check back then, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, it's the next day, and you can see the Instant Pot says YOGT yogurt on it. That means the yogurt cycle has finished, and it's ready to go. All right, so we're going to throw this in the refrigerator, but first, let's see if it made yogurt. That's looking good. All right, so it's already yogurt. You can just whip it up and put it in containers, but we want Greek yogurt, which is much thicker. So we're going to first put this in the fridge just for like 2 hours so it kind of firms up a little bit, and then we're going to put it in a strainer. So right now, in the fridge for 2 hours.
2 hours later.
All right, Tim, what do we have here?
Okay, this is like a sieve.
So there's 3 pieces.
Yes.
You got
We've
the
got
cover,
a lid.
And then there's this sieve strainer thingy, right? You
Yeah.
can see like it's got like...
It's a mesh.
Yeah, it's like a mesh. And then it kind of drips into this kind of canister here, right? Yeah. All right. So now this is how we make Greek yogurt. It's just a matter of straining the whey out of it and keeping the yogurt, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the... let's slide that over here so they can see that. So this has been in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. So we're just going to take this, and you can see some of the whey starting to rise.
But you can see it's jiggly, but yet hardened a little bit. So
we're just going to dump that in here with this. Probably need a spoon or something. You're just going to
no, you're going to find out that it just
there you
goes right in.
All right.
So you can see on the bottom, it isn't burnt. It's just kind of caked on there, and that makes sense because that was the heat source, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't really pressure cook. It just kind of... It's not hot enough to burn or anything. So.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get the rest of that on here. All right, so you can see here, the whey is starting to drip out. And that'll all gather under there. And we're just going to let that go for 2 days in the fridge. And that'll do its thing. And that'll give us Greek yogurt.
So Joey, in the end, the last segment you just showed was the whey that was dripping out,
the dripping
right?
whey, yes.
Yes. So usually I collect 2 containers of that whey. And that's what this is right here. And this is my starter for the next batch.
So we've just taken the whey, and instead of tossing it, we put it in these little, what are these, like mason jars right here, right?
It's glass.
Yeah, little glass mason jars. And we throw this in the freezer, right? And that whey is frozen.
Yeah, you absolutely can use plastic. We just happen to have these and, so... But
and then we get the yogurt, which is in these jars after 2 days, and that recipe makes 6 yogurts, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so makes six servings.
Perfect. Yes. So we take a total weight,
right?
In
Weigh
the
the whole
end,
thing. Yep.
Yes, and then divide it by 6.
Yep.
And that's on all our batches.
Yep.
So we know the protein count.
Yep.
On each of these.
All right. Let's go to the macros, and we'll tell them about that.
Sounds great.
All right. So we showed you the bottle product. It makes 6 of these. This recipe makes 6.
Yes.
Right? We could have waited to another day to do this and then show you putting in the bottle, but the video has to come out on Tuesday and it's already Sunday. So this is 1 day in. This is 2 days, right? Of straining and kind of see the liquid down there. That's the whey. And we talked about this in the video part of it. That whey we're not throwing out.
Yep.
What are we doing with it?
So this, I think we showed you the glass jar that we had for the starter, correct?
It's like a mason jar half the size of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll stir this up when we're ready to take this out. Stir this up, pour it in a few containers, put it in the freezer, and that's what we use for our next batch. Yeah. So it's just ongoing. It's free from there on.
Yeah, once you've made a batch, you no longer need a starter.
Yeah,
Right?
and this is the whey that we were talking about, that discoloration fruit.
It's called whey. I know whey is something we talk about as being a protein in milk, right? Or
I know.
great case in a whey, but that's what that's called, the whey. So don't throw that out. Don't toss it, right? Save it and use that as your starter. A quarter of a cup as your starter for your next batch of yogurt. Yes. Or you can actually take one of the yogurts too and throw it in there, but like we go through these so fast, like we're not wasting the yogurt.
I hate giving one of these up.
Yeah, this is like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So that's the product right there. I'll put the macros on the screen right here. It's actually really macro friendly. And there you go. What else?
No, I think this makes it protein packed for the amount you get.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of doing this. Otherwise, at any time you could use it as yogurt.
So
if you want.
really simple recipe. I just want to make a quick announcement that June 5th, Deb's and I's next, Deb's and I's, sorry, Deb. The next broadcast of Plant-Based Besties will be live on YouTube and also on your podcast provider, wherever you get that from, Apple or Spotify or whatever. So check that out on June 5th. It'll be a nice fun one. Deb and I are in person together filming that because she came here, so that was great.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's our video for today, our updated yogurt recipe. There's no reason to complain about it now because you throw it in, you turn it on, you have yogurt, and that's it.
Yeah, this video is pretty explanatory. I think it's pretty simple. But if you do have questions, like we'll be looking at the comments
let us
next
know.
week
And
for
you
sure.
You can always contact me on Facebook, whatever. All right. Hit that like button, show us some love, click on the subscribe button, click that bell, you get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Tuesday. Leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Are you making yogurt? If you're not, you need to be. There's just no reason to buy it, right? All right, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.